We're here for yoga. My name is Megan Santa, and I'm looking forward to leading you through our yoga practice today. It's so nice out today if you're joining us live, so if you have a backyard space or green space, I'd recommend grabbing your yoga mat or a beach towel and just taking it outside with you and laying it out on the lawn. Take advantage of the sunshine. It's great to practice outside too when we can. Otherwise, again, grab your yoga mat. I've also said if you have like a thicker beach towel, you could use that. Just that way you have like this secluded space, and when I say the short end of your mat, you come up towards the short end of your towel or mat. If you have any extra props, so things like pillows or blankets, they're also really nice to support your practice. And then music. If you have like a Spotify playlist you really love, there's like the Chill Vibes playlist on Spotify, that's great. But if you want to listen to music, just press play on anything, whatever's kind of your preference. And then we'll get started. So let's start seated. Find a tall spine and close your eyes. So we're not practicing in a physical space that's built for movement, so there's going to be distractions at home. There'll be people around you, and as I've said through the past couple weeks with our live yoga classes here, don't let this bother you. It's just part of what's happening right now. It's really not a big deal. Don't let it interfere with the time you're devoting here, this 25 minutes or so, to move your body. So let your eyes close, find a tall spine. If it's more comfortable to sit up under a blanket here, go for it. And I want to take the first moments of our practice to first check in with the breath, but second, also scan our bodies so you can start to, what I like to say is collect data. So you get to know how your body's feeling physically and mentally, what's coming up for you. So if you're an athlete or you're a goalie, play hockey, or anything else that's active, every day your body's going to feel a little bit different depending on the movements you did, if you tried something really challenging, if you tried something new, or even if you took a few days off, everything's going to play a part in how you're feeling. So while you're sitting here, start at the crown of your head and just bring awareness from the head, the face, the neck, the shoulders. Right away you're probably going to feel something within the neck and shoulders, whether it's tension or tightness. Scan down through the chest. If you're feeling a lot of stress or anxiety with everything, you might feel tightness through your chest. It's normal. Scan through the back body if you're feeling some low back pain or any issues there. Notice the front of the body, abdominals, hips, pelvis. Notice your arms, left arm, right arm. Sometimes even if you sleep funny on one arm, you're going to feel just a little bit off, and it's totally okay. And then notice your legs, so quads, hamstrings, calves, shins, the knees, the joints themselves, your feet. Sometimes ankles feel a little bit swollen or uneasy. And so without any judgment, now you've collected some data on your body. So when we move into poses, if I say if your low back is hurting here, you can just follow the cue to help support you a little bit deeper. And take a deep breath. Fill all the way up to the top. So feel your chest expand, your belly, your diaphragm filling up. And exhale, let it go. And again, inhale all the way to the top. Exhale, letting it go. These deep breaths helping to regulate our nervous system. Inhaling in. See if you can imagine yourself growing taller, lengthening through your spine. Exhaling out. One more time. Breathe all the way to the top. Let it go. Good. Nice work. From here, open the eyes. Shrug the shoulders up, down, and back. And then drop the head towards the right. And take your hand to the top of your head. Draw your chin down your chest. Stop in the middle, but make sure you're not slumping through your shoulders. You're still lifted. It's just the back of the neck that's feeling this stretch. Draw your head over towards the left side. You can take a hand on top of the head if that helps. Always coming back to our steady breath. Come back through the center. On your inhale, sweep your right arm high to the sky. And take your left fingertips just out to the side, tent them. Get long with your inhale, so imagine growing taller. Exhale, side bend over. So today I want to focus on bringing our thoughts and shifting our focus to looking for the positive things around us. So when we're going through something really challenging, like we are right now, or in the future when something else comes up, it's really important that we keep our focus on the positive things, the things that, like our goals, how we're going to get there. It's really hard to achieve a goal if we're in a negative mindset. So I find yoga, come back through the center, switch sides. I find when we land on our mat in yoga and we have this time to not push our bodies too hard and stretch things out, that we can work on flipping that mindset or shifting it back to the positive. So that when you leave this practice, when you leave yoga, you feel better, you feel more energized, you feel more sure and more clear of what you need to do when you leave here. So come back through the center, switch the legs you have crossed. So right now you have your dominant leg, I want you to switch, sit right back up. It's probably gonna feel a little bit funny. And then bear paw the hands out in front of you, reach, reach, reach. As far out as you can and let your head rest down. Can you keep your sit bones anchored down to the earth? So notice how your butt is going to probably start to peel off the mat. I want you to keep it anchored down so you feel length through the back body. Catch 2 more breaths here. Every breath can reach a bit further out in front of you. And draw yourself back up. Moving on, sweep your arms out to the side. So these are what we call cactus style arms. So your palms are forward, fingers are spread wide, your elbows are lifted, chest up. We're gonna twist, so twist towards your right. Twist, twist, twist. Stop before you feel any pinching. So remember, no pinching, no pain at all. Twisting. Maybe your gaze follows behind towards your back hand. Feel your breath. So I would say my inhale is what lengthens my spine. My exhale allows me to twist a bit deeper. So if you have that space, find it. Cleansing breath. Come back through the center and right away switch sides, twisting opposite. Back through the center, one more time each side, but more fluidly. So inhale over, exhale to center, inhale over opposite side, exhale to center, sweep the arms high, reach, draw your hands down, heart center, and plant them down just on the knees. Do some stuff through your spine, so keep the hands resting on the knees. Start to draw the shoulders back and puff your chest, lift up. So I'll turn to the side here so you can see the arch through my spine. Kind of like a C. Gaze is lifting, shoulders back. When you feel stretch across the collarbones, chest, front of the shoulders. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin, hollow out your belly, and let the shoulders roll forward. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more times, inhaling. Exhaling back. Once more, inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. Neutralize your spine. Let's come up to your bum, feet forward. Flex the feet so the heels are on your mat, toes up, and take your hands behind your hamstrings. Sit right up tall, and then start to lean back until your arms are straight. So you're engaging the core, hug your belly button in to support your low back, igniting all the abdominals 360. And here you have a couple layers to challenge yourself. You can stay right here, or you can take the arms out to the side. Keep your chest lifted. Sometimes what happens is we start to curl in. I want you to stay lifted through your chest and heart center. Next level, can you hover the legs? You can do one at a time, or maybe you can do both. Eventually working to lift the shins so they're parallel to the earth, and maybe eventually find that V-sit, even if it's just for a quick breath. One more time. And then land it down. Let's flip around to tabletop. Big toes together, knees wide towards the edges of your mat. Let your hips sink back. Reach the arms out in front of you. Child's pose. Let your head soften to the earth. This is your resting pose. So when we collected data when we first started practice, if you were noticing how today you were feeling pretty achy, you're just not great, this is a pose you can go to at any time through practice. When you're here, let the chest feel heavy, hips sink back. One more breath. Roll yourself up. Knees come back, flip your toes. Send your hips high to the sky into our first downward facing dog. Downward dog, we'll go through a couple important points. You should have about 2 fist distances between your big toes. So not too wide, not too narrow. You want to micro bend through your knees and press your heels down to the earth. Likely your heels won't touch down, so don't worry about that. Fingers are spread wide, press down through all 10 knuckles, and shake the head out yes or no. Find a sway through your hips side to side. And get high on your heels, bend your knees deeply, walk or hop to the front of your mat. Lift up halfway. So this is our half lift, hands to shins or thighs. Get nice and long through your spine. Airplane arms back behind you, so you're feeling a lift through the shoulder blades. Take another breath. Exhale, let it go, forward fold. Roll up to stand, sweep your arms high to the sky. Bring down to your heart center. And look down at your feet. So this is what I'm talking about, your 2 fists. So you can take your 2 fists, take it between your toes. See approximate distance you want between your feet. Hands back at heart center. Bend your knees, sink down into chair pose. Sit 1 inch lower than you think you need to. Can you hover all 10 toes off your mat and press a little more weight through the heels, activating glutes, and then press those 10 toes back down to help with balance. Steady breath. Let's work on our twists here. So when you look down, I want you to see all 10 toes, but not the shoelaces of your feet. So imagine if you had running shoes on, you don't see those. And then your knees are right beside one another. They're not surpassing, they're right beside, and you want to keep that through our twist. So take your hands to your heart, twist towards your right, twist, 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 but don't let your knees pass one another. So if I turn to the side, if I twist too far, can you see how this back knee is further ahead? I want you to make sure that doesn't happen. So checking for yourself, 1 more breath. Come through to center, inhale to reach high. Right away, bend your knees, come back down. This time, twist towards your left. Catch your knees again, just check. Come through to center, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, shake them out, let it go. Take your left foot, step it back behind you into a high lunge. So your back heel is lifted, front knee is bent over top of the ankle, arms can reach high. So get steady. It's okay if you need a wall just for a quick moment to catch yourself. Flip your palms forward, bend your elbows. So those cactus style arms. Can you puff your chest up towards the ceiling and find a little bit of a back bend? So lean back. Take your 2 peace fingers behind your neck and lengthen out through the back of your neck so you're not cranking the back neck. Come back forward, reach up. Bend your back knee down, sink down like a lunge. Straighten it back up. Bend your back knee, sink down. We're going to use the next one as a springboard into warrior 3. So follow me if you've never done it before. Your back knee bends down. You're going to press all your weight to your front leg, which is now your balancing leg. Lift off. You might stay right here. You might bring your hands to your hips and start to hinge forward. Keep your belly button hugging in. Core is working for you. Shakiness through the ankle is okay. Keep your big toe pressed down. I find as soon as my big toe lifts, I start to topple over. So make that your focus. Keeping a long line from the crown of your head to the back heel, playing with balance. Breath in, breath out. And then land the back foot down softly, crescent lunge, reach up high. Plant your palms down to the earth. Step back to your first plank. Really strong. If you're having an off day, the knees can always lower, but if you're feeling relatively good, I want you to keep them lifted. Come back to your breath, in through your nose, out through your mouth. One more time. We'll play with balance once again. I want you to firm up through your left hand. So firm up, I mean spread your left fingers really wide. Make sure your shoulders stacked over your wrists, and then pivot onto the side of your foot, side plank. Reach up high. A little bit of core engagement. Feel free to lower the bottom knee if you need to. Don't cheat yourself out though. If you know you have the strength today, make sure you keep yourself lifted and strong. One more breath. Pivot back down. Hips high, downward facing dog. Notice what thoughts are going through your head. So 3 breaths here in down dog. And I want you to acknowledge what's running through your head. So where you're telling yourself, wow, I'm really bad at warrior 3, or this feels really weird. Try and keep your thoughts positive. This is your opportunity to flip that mindset. So think about what's going through your head. Speak to yourself positively. Take another breath. High on your heels, bend your knees, hop or walk to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to soften. Roll up to stand, sweep the arms high. Hands heart center. Switching sides, now your right foot steps back into your high lunge. Steady balance, so I always say think about having skis, not a tightrope for legs. So notice that there's space in between. Arms sweep high. Breath steady. Always deep breaths. Flip the palms, bend the elbows. Puff your chest, so think about cactus style arms, that's what this is called, and then lean back. Sweep your arms high. Lower the back knee down to the earth. Lunge and up. Second time, remember it's your springboard, so lunge down. This one you're gonna press all the way into your left foot and lift off. Your hands can stay lifted or at your hips. Stay here or find somewhere in front of you, a place to focus on, spot on the floor, and hinge deeper. So this has a lot to do with balance, but it also has a lot to do with the space of your hips. Keep the abdominals hugged in, back leg strong, don't let it just dangle in the air, it's strong. Long line from the crown of your head to your heel. Are you breathing? As quietly as you can, lower the back foot down, high lunge. Plant the hands down to the earth. Step back to plank. Stay strong. One more breath. Getting ready for plank on your opposite side. So firm up through your right hand. Right ankle stacked over your shoulder. Pivot onto the side foot. Reach up high. Option to lower the bottom knee if you need to. 2 more breaths. So think about stacking your joints. Shoulders over shoulders, hands over hands, hips over hips. Come back down to plank. Lower your knees. Let's move through a round of cat-cows. So let the belly drop down, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine, cat pose. One more time, flow forward. Exhale, back. Big toes together, knees wide. Let's find child's pose. If it's more comfortable to grab for a pillow or a blanket right in front of you to rest your head and neck on, go for it. If a sway side to side feels good, you can do that too. So think about the positive things happening in your life right now. Some days it's going to feel really hard to find those things. Other days it's going to be a little bit easier. So I want you to get in the habit of looking for those positive things. Like being able to move your body through a yoga practice means you have internet, means you have a phone, having all these online opportunities here for online training so you can keep training at home. Those are all privileges and great positives you can do. Family, your body, food in your fridge. There's so many simple things. There's also really big things you can be grateful for. Pull yourself back up, flip around to your bum. Heel toe your feet a little bit wider towards the edges of your mat, hands behind you. Windshield wipe the knees side to side, over to the right, over to the left. Couple more times. Come through to center, and now I want you to roll all the way down onto your back. If you have pillows or socks or sweaters you want to throw on just to keep it cozy, if you're outside, hopefully you're warm enough with the sun. Come all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest and find a rock side to side, massaging the back body. And anchor your feet down to the mat. Arms down by your side, palms up, let your shoulders soften. Tuck your shoulders even behind your heart. Stretch the legs out long. And rest completely here. So with the eyes closed. This is what we call Savasana. We end every practice here. So stay here. I'm going to guide you through. Notice if there's any tension you're still holding in the body that might be lingering. Come back to breath. So breath awareness is good for body awareness, good for your nervous system. Full inhales. Feel your chest rise, your belly rise. Exhale, letting it go. It's really easy to get caught up in our fears or what we're upset about or not happy about right now. So let this opportunity help to reset your focus. Can you find 3 or 4 more deep breaths? Stay committed to finish your practice. All you have to do is breathe here and relax. On your next exhale, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and your ankles. Gently rock the head side to side. And flutter the eyes. Find a full body stretch, so reach the arms up, stretch the legs out long. Roll over onto your side body, use your arm as a pillow. Meet me up in seated. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. We seal our practice with a collective breath, so in through your nose, out through your mouth. Thanks guys so much for joining me. Again, my name is Megan, and we like to do this every Wednesday, so if you want to keep practicing and stretching and not lose your flexibility and your mobility during this time, keep coming back and hang out here with all of the online trainings. We'll see you guys soon.